Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Truth Be Told. I'm your girl Lo.
And I'm your girl O.
And we are back. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We really appreciate it. Please subscribe, please like, please comment below. Let us know what you want to hear. Real quick, shout out the plug. Shop Truth. That's shoptrvth.com. If you have been on the website and you are having any issues, please DM us on truth2u _ on Instagram. That way we will be able to help you to navigate the website if you're having any issues. I'm fixing it. She's fixing it. We're trying to fix it. But in the meantime, if you do try to order, please DM if you're having any issues. We'd really appreciate that. Shout out BD's, our sponsor for our Truth Serum. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. We decided that we're gonna pick shit out of the little box and see what we're going to be talking about today.
First thing, you did a really good on the intro. So I will publicly apologize for always rushing you because it's extremely informative. Extremely. And you did very well because I'm like, the website. She's working on the website because I don't do that stuff, but she's working on that part. So I'll answer the DMs. So it's me. But
definitely will be answering.
Yeah, and she'll do the website. Media. But what we will do, that was good. That was really good.
Thank you.
That was good. And yeah, so we're going to start playing a little game. I guess it is a game. Are we starting this?
It's our game. It's our topic game. We didn't want to be boring and do the whole, so did you hear about this? So we decided we're going to, Ollie decided this one. She came up with this one. Her mind.
No, but it was I just thought maybe we should just come up with like a bunch of little topics, new topics that are on like social media as well as just in general topics, and we're gonna come up and just answer them as truthfully as possible. So hopeful that some of them don't come out, but we're gonna be as honest as we can, and let's see how this goes.
Oh, wait. Sorry. Yeah. Shout out Aaliyah, our editor, our camera girl.
I didn't know she wanted to be shouted out.
Well, she's going to be shouted out.
Because you're going to hear her.
She's a part of our crew. She's a part of our team.
That's why the edits are getting better, ladies, because we have a better person working on them.
Working with a lady.
Yeah.
A black
and she gets us.
Most of the time when it's us by ourselves, you're going to hear her in the background. She will be quite quiet.
But hopefully we can get her out.
You know how to brook people out.
Hopefully we'll get her out.
All right, go ahead. Take it away.
Okay. So I'm just going to pick.
First topic.
I'm trying to pick from the bottom. Okay.
Start it.
I got it. Hold on. Oh. Why is it doing that? Okay. Oh my God, this is funny.
You got the topic that you wanted.
No, it's not really. But what do you think about double dipping?
Well, straight to it.
Wow, didn't waste no time. Double dipping. So, do you know what double dipping is? Do you want to explain?
The definition of double dipping is when a male or a female has multiple sexual partners within the same day.
Does that include showers? Bless you.
True word. I wouldn't consider shower, because if you take it in, because Aaliyah, like if you take it in, if it was food and you're double dipping with food, you're not getting something
off,
new. Yeah, you're not wiping it off, right? You're just dipping it back in, just double dipping, just a dip. Okay, here's the thing. I personally don't think there's anything wrong with double dipping, the sexual part of it. Something's wrong. Like, I don't know. No, something's not wrong with me because hygiene is really good. I'm like, hygiene is my thing, right? And I don't think double dipping without baiting, like, that's nasty to me. But double dipping is okay. And niggas, if you're gonna double dip, bro, use her fucking sink, wash your dick, and then go. Like, nobody don't transmit shit. Stop transmitting fluids.
So that means you have double dipped with showering.
Yeah. Since we're being truthful, yeah. I was single at one point.
No. I'm just dying because that's funny. You would think I did, but I didn't, and you have. So that's why I was like, okay, yeah. I haven't done that, but I don't judge anyone who has done it.
I've gone on.
I've gone on a
date in the day.
No, the reason why But the reason why I don't judge, because it can't be nasty, I'm not going to lie to you. There's some women some women, like, say if you cheated, right? Let's say if you cheated on your man and you joke, man, and you come inside and you want to go bathe.
So no, you're not. So what do you think I'm talking about?
But he's like, yo, if you bathe, it's gonna look like it's gonna look like something.
Listen to me.
So what do you do?
You want to know what I did? Because I'm telling you, this is how my double dip happened. I would go to work, so I bathe, and I go to work early.
Yeah.
I'm going to work, but I'm going to work early now.
Yeah.
So I take my first dip.
Okay.
And then after work, who's going home to just fuck? That's nasty. You go home, bathe, eat, chill.
Yeah, but then like, what if it just doesn't happen that way? You have to joke.
No, it happened that way because you're getting bunned. So when you're getting bunned, that's what happens.
Oh my gosh.
The bun is set up. It's planned. It's not just straight bun.
Sometimes it just happens.
No, my bun is planned. My bun was planned.
I never did it personally, but I know that there's situations where girls have no choice but to. So there's no judging there.
Have you double dipped?
No, never.
No, I know she has it.
Would you double dip?
Me?
Yeah.
If I had to, I would. But I don't, so I won't.
If I'm feeling it, I'll do it. I mean, speaking now, no, I wouldn't do it. But
yeah,
I don't know how I'll feel a certain day.
I wouldn't do it now.
Well, you better fucking
not.
Well,
I'm just obviously not. Like, I'm just saying, like, it wasn't something.
I'll break your neck
it just wasn't something I, like, even when I was younger, I didn't do. So it's just something I wouldn't do now being older. It's just something I just wouldn't do, right? But people do.
Well, sometimes bun is required.
I'm done.
Oh, fuck. This is the one that you...
This is going to be your one. Which one?
What was your worst date?
Oh, my God. I know I said this, too, that I wanted to say this. And we end up getting to say it. And I'm like, what if you did it? You're like, oh, we would. And we did.
I never had
I had two.
Just me personally, I've never had a
first date. I'll tell you my two first... Okay, one, I was younger. How old was I? I was probably like 9, maybe 20, because not even, maybe 18, because I was in college. I just was in college these times. And I used to go to dance, and there was this guy. I'm going to talk to
Bathtub Party guys.
There was this guy I always used to see, and he used to look ton up. I'm going to tell you who it is after, like.
And he looks,
yeah. And he looked like swaggy, and like, I'm like, oh my God, like every time you and my girls saw them, we're like, yo, like, you know, he's ton up. My whack ass was frightened and liked him and like whatever. So I told him, so then after so long of seeing him, he ends up looking at me. But he probably knew I was being thirsty anyways because I'm looking at him all the time, like, you know. Anyways, when he looks me, I give him my number, and he's like, yeah, he's going to come pick me up. Then when he come pick me up at the time, I'm like, this guy came up in a beat up car. Like, the car was beat up. So I was like, what the fuck? But I was like, okay, whatever. But then after... he ends up bringing me to a trap house. It was a trap house. Like, it was in Brampton. It was a trap house. Like, I'm telling you, like, it was a dirty trap house. Like, there was just, like, it was dirty. It was, like, a dirty trap house. Then when he drove me then I was like, oh, my God. Then he's trying to fill me up. I was like, no. In
the trap house?
In the trap house, okay?
I feel dirty already.
Then, I'm like, then he drops me home. And when he drops me home, he's like, I like you, eh? Because I purposely drove this car just to see what type of girl you are. And I didn't know you live in, like, such a big house. Because at the time, my mom lived in, like, Springdale, like, the big houses when I was younger. Like, so it looked big to everyone else, right, at the time. And he's like, and you live in a big house, so you come from good home. But, yo, then he calls me the next morning. He's like, yo, but next time, I'm going to come pick you up. You understand me? And when I come pick you up, make sure you don't wear the bingy drawers you were wearing the night before.
Fucking mad.
Yeah, I'm dead ass.
Hold on, he had the nerve to tell you don't wear bungy draws, but then he brought you to a trap house.
And he said, first he had the nerve to fucking ask me, oh, did you not want to fuck me because you were on your period? And I'm like, no, what the fuck? I was, but that's not the reason why I didn't want to. Like, and then he's like, yo, next time don't wear those bingy draws. And I am wearing boy shorts. I'm like, is this guy bright? So I never talked back to him. Then there was a second time.
Oh my God.
This is years after. This one I think is worse, okay? This is years after now. So like now.
Hold on, wait 1 second. So this guy, I just have to get detailed on this guy now. No names. How old was he?
He was, at the time, I think he was like 27, 28. At the time, and I do think so.
He couldn't even bring you to like a rundown,
I do think
like
so
a
at the time, like
27 or something, like
or 25. Like he was, but I'm like, but oh my God, years later, I lined up with him too. Again, after, oh my God, he's so fucking whack.
I know exactly who this is now.
Anyways, then second time.
But you know what? Shout out to you. You are handsome.
No, he's whack.
He's handsome though. He's not ugly.
Okay.
But damn,
whack. Like, it's one of those that you never admit. Like, you would never. This is probably one of the secrets I won't tell people.
Who the person was?
But anywho, the other time, oh my God, this guy was African too. I'm gonna say this one because I used to like Africans. After I got older, there's one point I'm like, okay, I'm not fucking with Jamaican guys. Like, only talk to Africans. They treat girls better, but they're pervs. Some of them, I have been on some badass dates. They always do the come upstairs, the setup. I'm just like I don't like it. Come up and trap and try to
like, don't jump.
Oh my God, it feels very much sexually assaulted sometimes. And girls should speak out on it, but because it's so normal, it's like whatever. But we shouldn't take it light. They do, but it is like a lot. It's extremely aggressive. But anywho, on a date, this time I was older. I was way older. I had my daughter at this time, so I had to be at least. I'm not in my 30s. I'm like 27, 28.
I was gonna say like 25.
Yeah,
26.
No, I had my daughter at 25, 26.
No, so like
25.
27,
So 27, 28. Around that age. So he sent me an Uber. I think this one Uber just came about. Went to the restaurant, then we ate, then he talked, and he's like, let's go back to his place. And I'm like, oh my God. I was like, okay, fine. He's like watching TV with me, and then he's like, oh, like, just come in my room, like whatever. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, okay, I know what this is, whatever. I set myself up, just gonna like chill and see what's gonna happen. But I'm like, I'm not fucking this guy. Anyways, he's like, just lay down beside me. I'm like, with my clothes? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so foolish. I do it anyways. Lay down. Does the guy not grind up on me? Grind up, and then he nuts with clothes on. Then it gets better.
Wait, did you do one of these?
He's not. I'm not joking. Like, he's whining.
do one?
It got even better. So then so this happened. No, I lied. It probably was 26, 27. Because then I met his friend when I was 28, 29, around that time. And his friend wanted to talk to me. And his friend's like, yeah, like, I know who you are. You were at my crib, right. And I'm going to blast this. He ended up telling me that his friend recorded it in his room and showed me the recording of it. And he's like, yo, it's weird, like, and he sent it to me. Like, I'm not even capping. Even the guy knows the clothes were on, no cap. It wasn't naked. It was, and the guy recorded it without.
So we're not suing, bro? Like, what the fuck?
Without knowing.
You still have time.
No, well, it was years. And the person's like, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, it was a video. Yeah, I'm being honest. I'm not even talking. It was. I don't know. It was like years.
You know somewhere where they live.
It was like years. Honestly, it's like a couple years. And I was like, I'm like, this is creepy.
That's scary.
Yeah, it was really scary. That was like one of the worst dates ever. That I was like, this guy's like a scumbag. Like, I know this sounds like legit. It was the bad. It sounds like
That sounds like.
That's why I'm like, yo, like, it's like see, like, the online dating shit, it's extremely scary. Like, people shouldn't, like, it's really, like, as much as it sounds like, yeah, I dated, like, thank God it's out my system, but it's a scary, you put your life at risk just for, you really think it's just a fun time, but it's like, you never know. You never know what you're yourself into.
All types of
anything.
Dating. Yeah, you meet someone on the street, it could be the same thing as someone that you meet online.
Online, yeah, anything. In general, you are trusting people. Women have, like, let people in their homes. And they know the person, chill with the person, and then they attack them and do fucked up shit. So it's like, I've gone on some bad dates, trust me. Those are probably the two worst, but I've gone on, like, even.
Now, if that ever happens to somebody, please, guys, please report that shit. Like, if you see it later on, please report it. That's fuckery. This
is why it sucks. And I'm going to, like, I hate to sound like this, but this is why it sucks when girls are lying. And, like, it happens, and then they sue and they get money. And this is why people don't believe people that it actually happens. That's why they think every time a girl says it, they're like, oh, she's capping. But it happens. But there's girls out there that cap, like, a lot, that were just, like, straight up, I'm going to just get money. But I'm like, it was, recording. I think I never, maybe I never even said this out loud, why everyone's reaction is like this.
No, you've never said it out loud. I've never heard that story before.
So there you go. My worst date.
I know sometimes it sounds like on our show that we are, like, very opposition female, like, we don't really fuck with females type of thing, and it's really not. It's just we're talking based on experiences, right? Yeah. But we did talk about something the other day that I do want to make very clear. There is an unwritten rule. There's an unwritten bylaw. There's an unwritten something that if you go on a date, and you're going to a restaurant, you're going to a bar, you're going to a club, wherever you're going on your date, as long as it's not in your home or the individual's home, right? Wherever you're going on your date, that's the date. Anything after that, ladies, please just already know in your mind, because half of us already know this. It's the other half that needs to get it. When a guy says, hey, do you want to come back to my house for a drink
or watch movie
or watch Netflix?
Yeah.
Or even if you as the female are saying, hey, do you want to come back to my place after this date? Like, like it was really nice.
You know what's gonna happen next.
You're
like,
setting. You're really setting. And honestly, no, rape is wrong. It should. Nobody should be raped. Nobody should be sexually assaulted. Nobody should feel like that. So if they're forcing themselves on you, that is clearly wrong. Ladies, stop going for the nightcap if you don't want to fuck. Because to me, it's almost a tease too. Like it's a tease.
I agree with the, like, I'm not gonna debate that that's not a tease, but I just think the choice of word of saying tease isn't the right one, because technically it's like, it is your body. You have the right to say yes or no. But at the same time, I feel like we should just more be like aware of our surroundings and not put ourselves at such risk. You get what I'm saying? And then be surprised if we are attacked. You get what I'm saying? It's like, do you really walk in a dark alley at 3 a.m. in the morning by yourself? Like, you know what I'm saying? If in a bad neighborhood, like, no, right? So we have to stop do you keep your doors open in your car in bad neighborhoods? No, you lock. You keep yourself at low risk. So we have to stop putting ourselves in those positions. So that's why I'm being honest. Like, I can see, I went to your house. I put myself in, but not in a position to record and shit, but I did like make decisions to be there. You know what I'm saying?
Put yourself in a
so
position.
It's like, so you can't be like, oh, helpless.
No,
when
you
it's
put yourself
like,
in a position to get grinded though. Because you went in the room where you're
laid on
clothed,
the
and you laid
bed.
down.
And I swear
you did all of that.
Legit, no cap. That's why I was like, this guy's a fucking weirdo with clothes on. I can show
You're
you.
not the first person he did that to.
He's a scammer. No, I'm telling you, there's someone. Maybe if the girl listens, she's like, "Oh my god, I know that guy."
That happened. Yeah, that happened to her. That happened to her.
Yeah.
But that's why I'm saying that's why I said rape is completely wrong. Sexual assault is wrong. Ladies, we need to know what we're doing when we're going on the nightcap.
Yeah, for sure.
Honestly, then make it very, very firm before you go. I'm not fucking. So
it doesn't matter if you say that. That just sounds like music to my ears. If I'm a guy, the girl's like, I'm not fucking, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
We'll see. The fact that you brought that up lets me know.
We'll see.
You're fucking.
No, this is the thing though. I'm going to your home. So I already don't, or even, you don't even have to say, we're not fucking. Like, I'm going to your house. Like, can you not do the weird extra
that's
shit?
Like, okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, come.
Oh,
yeah,
well.
I'm not gonna. That's the music. That's what every girl and like. Yeah, okay. Then don't go. I'm telling you, just don't go.
Then that's it. Just don't go.
Just don't go. I'm not saying every guy's like that, but just don't go. I think I asked. It's my turn. It's my turn.
Wait, was it? You did worst date?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah,
sorry.
I just answered. That's why it felt like that. She goes, does money matter in regards of relationships? Aaliyah asked this question. Does it?
Okay. No, money doesn't matter to me. No.
At all?
No.
So are you okay with making more than your significant other?
If we're in a relationship?
Yes, if you're in a relationship.
The amount doesn't matter to me. As long as he has his thing going for him. I'm happy with that too. That's how I am. But in terms of starting to date somebody, money still doesn't matter to me. As long as you have ambition and you want to get somewhere and you're on a roll to get there, that's what attracts me. It's not money for me. I don't care what car you drive. It doesn't matter to me.
I don't want to say money matters, but it plays a significant amount because I feel like if I have someone that's not making a certain amount, then maybe not. I don't think they have to be rich. Like, that's the thing. Like, I've dated guys that don't have money like that, right? It really doesn't matter for me to be, if I like you, I like you. You know what I'm saying? That's the honest truth. That's not tonight. But I feel like, let's say with women, if they do make more than the guy, then they are more dominant than the guy and want to make more decisions. So the only reason why it matters to me, because then I'm like, I don't want to be that person in a relationship.
I don't think it I don't think it matters. I completely agree with you. I think the ambition, your potential, what you bring to the table, your character, family background, family history, even your like, it sounds so like now as an adult. Obviously, as a teenager, none of those things mattered. But when I got into like last 2 serious relationships, was like even medical mattered, like health mattered, because you just never know. You can be. It's happened to me. You can be dating somebody and it's like, everything's going well and boop, you get pregnant, right? And do you want to be in a situation where this person, okay, for example, like with me, I have a trace of sickle cell, right? I don't have it, but I have the trace of it. So it's just important for me to just know medical history in certain things, because if you have a trace of it, boom, we have a baby. Our baby is more than likely to get sickle cell, which brings other things to the table for us later on, right? And other factors matter too. Like, do you have a job? Or do you own your own shit? Like, do you have a business? Like, those things started to matter as I got older, because I'm like, I'm okay with making more. I'm okay with still being that equal and doing that, like, not make you feel like that and whatever, because we both are bringing to the table, right? But the problem is men feel infuriated by women that are making more, right? So
but the reason why, because women, this is what I've noticed, women that do make more, they feel like, okay, let's say, okay, a man that's making more, right, can make financial and decisions without the woman, right?
He'll make them without her.
Yeah, he can make them and can make them.
More than
makes them without her. There's no saying, like, even if she's against it, he could do it. Everyone knows that, right? But if a man does it to a woman, it does become a problem.
If a woman does it to
a man, yeah. So if a woman makes
financial decisions by herself, even though she's the one that is the breadwinner.
Yeah, is the breadwinner, right? It will become, because she's always gonna feel like he can't make decisions without her. Do you get what I'm saying?
What if we're in a situation where they're both making their own money?
It doesn't. We're all making our own money, but who's making more?
But that doesn't matter.
But it does. Okay, but it does. Like, how does?
But it wouldn't.
Because this is why. Example, because it plays. Okay. We're making. Okay, I'm making money. You're making money. So we both split 50-50 with the rent. We pay 50-50 with the groceries.
Yeah.
50. So then why? Okay, but then
there's no 50-50. I think whenever you see that there needs to be milk and there needs to be egg,
just buy the milk.
Just buy it.
But then but yeah, it's not. But most likely, this is
where it becomes the issue.
More likely, the guy is not going to notice there's more that needs more milk in the house for the kids. It is you, right? So then you always are the one doing it. Then most likely the guy's not going to notice that the house needs these stuff, because it's mostly your job. You get what I'm saying? So you're going to be the one doing it naturally, right? So what ends up happening is that you feel like, I'm doing all of the work, regardless of like in relationships, people don't feel like there's gender roles. Like, they shouldn't have.
There is gender roles.
And this shouldn't be the case, but there is, right? And as much as it sounds like I personally, if that isn't a relationship, it's not like I judge it or anything in the sense. I'm saying, like, but I notice even with myself, my own temperament as a woman, I know if I'm making more or if I feel equal to the person, my demeanor even towards the person is way more dominant than I can do what I want. And not only that, like, there's no way I can be making more than my man and then he's taking money out without discussing it first. You get what I'm saying? It would be a problem.
No, but that's what I was about to say. You see what you're saying? What you're saying, this is where I'm going to agree and disagree.
Okay.
When the female makes more money, you see that dominant attitude, that comes from the male not playing his gender role. So whether it's I don't know, like, he feels as though he doesn't have to put in an extra hand at home, right? He does, because he's not able at times to do certain things that she can, right? However, what I think the problem with, like, the aggression, with the female aggression, is some females do think, okay, well, you have to do it my way now, right? But I think the biggest problem with that scenario that you're giving is the communication problem. Because, okay, if the man is making more money and he's doing what he wants to do, the problem is going to be the communication problem. That he's not talking, like, you're leaving me out. You think because it's your money, you can do this and do that. You're going to complain about those things. So as the female in the situation now, if you are the breadwinner, then you should be, and this is my thing just the whole way around with people, relationships, businesses, anything. Give what you're expecting to receive, right? If you want communication as to, hey, we have a joint account, I'm taking out $300, he should be able to do that with you as well if he's at the top. And I think that's why, to me personally, the money part doesn't matter. I think it's the communication. Like, if I'm making more and if I'm making more than my partner, but my partner still doesn't care to communicate, like, hey, this is what I have to do, this is what's going on with me or on my end or whatever, right? But I'm always the one that's saying, hey, like, I paid these bills, this is good, that's good. It's going to become frustrating. So I think it's communication.
But the only reason why I'm just slightly don't agree with that is because, like, even, like, say, when you make your own money, you don't want to tell anyone every second, hey, I'm just spending $300.
No, but if you have a joint account, that's what you're going to have to do.
Yeah, but okay, but even if in the joint account, even if he has a joint account, say your fiance, your husband, your boyfriend, anything, you're with someone that you make more than them. If they take money out of your account, would it not be that it's a problem either way? Even if the woman does it.
Why
even
is
the woman?
But that's what's not making sense to me. Why are they taking money out of your account?
To like what if I'm like, I'm gonna invest in something, but it's a good idea.
But listen, you just said he has his own money. I have my own money. Why are any of us going into other person's personal account? That's what I'm saying.
But you still make more. So that doesn't
matter. I make more. No, it does not matter.
I don't have enough to do what I need to do.
You have your account. I have mine. If we choose to have a joint account and do things from that joint account, that's fine. If you have a business venture or an idea or whatever and you bring it to me, I mean, this is the problem with people too. You have to be able to understand if the person says no.
No. Before I forget, I'm so sorry. I just don't want to cut you off.
Go ahead.
But I just want to know. So then with something, I want to ask you because you said something like this. Okay, you see how you're like, you have your account, you have mine. But now, this is an honest question because I want to know. Because I know people date like this. But would you want to be in a relationship that, let's say, like we do go on a date and it's 50-50? Or would you want it to be like, say, like more on, would you want it 50-50? Like, okay, exact. Like, we go on a date, we pay 50-50. Or would you prefer, like, okay, like we went on a date this week. Yo, I got it, babes. You done know. Or last week, since you got dinner last week, I just thought we should order in and I got it. Like that. What would be, out of the two, would you be more comfortable with?
The second one.
You wouldn't want the 50-50?
Me personally, I think it depends on how much we're making in that specific time.
I don't think that matters.
Yeah, I think it shouldn't matter there. I agree with you.
If you're both making, if
you both are making 100K.
Right, no, he's making, no, because that's equal now. He's making 70 a year. You're making 90 a year. And I still think it does not matter. I think if we're going on a date and I plan the date, I should pay because I'm planning it. If we're going on a date and he's planning it or whatever, not even just because I planned it. Like if we're going on a date, we both have money. Sometimes you never know.
I just got it. Yeah.
I think it depends on how the person feels. Whoever got it. Okay, I'll take out my card and I'll pay.
Yeah, I got it.
What if you're okay? But would you prefer? But are you okay with the guy that's like every time we both take out our card and split it 50-50?
Not every time.
No.
Not every time.
No.
I do not disagree with there being sometimes where I pay for myself and they pay for themselves. I don't mind that. Me personally.
Really?
I don't like that every time because that seems like
you don't mind it at all?
No, I don't. Personally, I don't. And to me,
I don't mind it either.
Really?
I don't mind going on a date and paying for my own food still.
Really?
And you know what I think it is too? I think it depends on how serious I am with that person. If we've been in a relationship for like 5 years, it's whoever pays.
Whoever pays.
Yeah, I'll pay for
it. Now dating a person, like it has to be some mutual type of like communication.
I honestly, and I get that because I would let that be known before we even go anywhere. Like, So yo, who's getting this one? Like, who's getting this one this time? Even if it's a joking, like, however you get it out, and that's what I'm saying. Communication, like, it's really hard. it's really hard. Like, it's hard. Even as, like, a friend, it's hard to communicate because everybody has different personalities, right? But if you're in a relationship with someone, especially if you start using the I love you and the I want to be with you for, like, not long term, not short term, but long term, I really and truly think that's something that should have already been talked about. Like you see what we're doing right now, this should be a conversation that you and that guy have had in the dating stage over the phone.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't have a problem paying for a meal for a guy. I really don't. Like, I don't have, especially if I want to, like, I like him, I'm paying for a meal, right? But I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't think it's something. If I went on a date and a guy was like split the bill, I would never talk to him again. I'm not gonna lie to you.
That's disrespectful if someone says.
Yeah, that's kind of. That's why.
I think that's
Do you? Okay. Okay.
Like,
Yeah, that's
okay.
Just voluntarily says to the waitress, "Oh yeah, can we get the bill and split it?"
Yeah.
That's really fucking whack.
Like, I have a problem with it for myself, but like that's
we are definitely not going on another date after that.
And I do see your point, because a lot of men like to feel needed. That's another thing too, right? Like, if they feel like they need their woman, like, it's kind of like demasculating for them.
Yeah.
But they like to feel needed, and girls like to feel wanted.
Wanted, yeah. So it feeds like both
egos. That's why there's nothing wrong with even saying there's nothing wrong with asking and saying, hey, like, can you take me on a date? Yeah. There's nothing wrong with that, you know? Like, hey, can you? No, not we should go on a date. Hey, can you take me on a date? Because you're saying you are paying. You are taking me on a date.
We should go on a date.
We should go on a date means
like,
that, well, it's up in the air who's going to pay for that.
I'm going to pay for it. And technically you should. And technically you
should,
because since you're the one that brought it up.
Yeah.
And girls feel like that they shouldn't because they're the, but
yeah, like,
if you're like, we should go on a date. But if you're saying we should go on a date, then you should, okay, if we're going on a date, you said, okay, you're feeling to do something. Cool, I'm down to do it with you. But then you should be the one to pay. Seeing that.
So, you know, but here's the thing.
On a date,
we need to learn. Like, the problem is we've been talking a certain way for so long that we don't even realize sometimes that we're saying something that if you like listen to the words you're actually saying, what it really means. So that's why I said you should take me on a date, because I'll tell a guy that, like, hey.
They still wouldn't get it.
No, you should
and they'll
take
be
me
like,
on a
yeah,
date.
eh? They'll be like, yeah, eh?
Yeah, that's Toronto, man.
Like, yeah, eh? I hear ya. Yeah,
I
like,
hear you.
yeah.
So when you want to do that.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay, yeah.
Okay.
I hear that.
That's crazy. When is it appropriate to ask specific personal questions such as, do you swallow? Do you eat pussy? Do you eat ass?
When is it appropriate time?
Do you eat ass on the first date?
But when do you ask? Like, when is it? Because I feel like what I'm saying to you is, if I was talking to a guy in 3 months and all of a sudden he did it, he's like, hey, do you eat ass? Out of 3 months, it's still gonna be like, well, what the fuck?
No,
like, you gotta
no, I think
it's not gonna be like, no or yeah. Sometimes.
No, I think
like it's gonna be like, whoa.
I think,
where did that come from?
Okay, but isn't there a point in, because this is what I've always experienced. So isn't there a point in, like, the conversation stage where you have a sexual conversation? Because that happens to you. And this is where you say everything. Like, this is where you ask. No, but you, okay, but are you telling me that you, it doesn't, no, but are you telling me that you've never, like just think about any relationship you've ever been in, or any, like, long term, or even if it's short term, the talking stage, you never had the sex talk? Like, so what's your favorite position?
Like, sometimes.
If you want to keep talking to that person, you know, if I ever.
So you wait till that part time then? Is that what you guys are saying? Wait till that conversation comes up?
Because it will.
Because that's where you can get everything out.
Or you initiate it. I don't think the personal question is wrong. Like, I think you can ask on the first day. But here's the thing: if you're, it's how it comes out. So, like, if we're talking, and, like, you know how sometimes you meet a guy and, like, that first time that you guys talk, you're on the phone for like a minute. That's where you ask that question. Yeah, that could be like, hey, you know what? Not to be let's get the awkwardness out of the way. Like, what's your favorite position, or what do you like sexually? Or what are you like sexually? Like, you can ask anything.
It also depends on how comfortable you are with the person. Mm-hmm. You can obviously feel a vibe when you're on your first date. You
Yeah.
can feel a vibe. You can feel if you would actually go back to the guy's house
That's a big one.
if you're feeling his energy.
Yeah, read the room.
Yeah, I agree.
Read the room.
I agree. Okay, my next question. This is our
Ladies and
last
gentlemen.
one, right?
Yeah, it could be our last one.
Oh, wow. How do you deal with rejection?
Rejection from interviews because, like I said, people don't know that people tell you guys no. People don't know. All they see is the people that
tell
you
us
have
no.
gotten. Right?
They don't answer us. How do we deal with that rejection? Okay, well, me personally.
You're going to be honest? Okay, let's go.
It's truth be told.
Okay.
How I deal with it, I honestly, sometimes I get it because, like, depending on the person, I'll get it. Or I'll be like, fuck them. They're going to be begging to fucking be on the podcast one day or be a part of whatever we're doing. And then, or sometimes I'm just like, you don't want to see me win. So fuck you. You're going to end up being my son. Like, you're going to do something that I done, that I said, that I did. Like, that's how sometimes we have to act on the phone. Like, sometimes, legit, she's, like, pissed. She's dark. And I'm quiet. And when she's done,
Me. I'm
and then when she's done, like, you see the way she cussed me today? And then when she's done, like, I'll stay silent and just let her vent how she feels about the rejection. And then I'd be like, all right, so what are we doing next? Or, yo, an idea already popped up in my head while she's venting. So then I'm like, okay, what about this? What about that? Let's do, fuck them. Let's try to do something. Let's up that. Fuck them. Sorry, and just before you say yours, like, I'm not going to name drop, but actually the last time I was pretty upset because somebody didn't want to give us an interview and their reasoning was so garbage. Like, they actually had a reason, but, like, it was garbage. Like, it was an excuse, right? It worse because they were given time to tell us no. And then Ollie suggested we do something, and then that person had come up. And honestly, I was like, no, fuck that. I mean, we ended up doing it anyway, but I'm like, nah, like, what the fuck? Like, we're trying to make sure this city is heard, is seen. And how the fuck do you not get that? So to me, like, and most of the rejection comes from females. So to me, it's like, fuck it, fuck you, fuck it, fuck whatever you're doing, and we're moving on. Because somebody that's doing better than you anyway is going to want to fuck with us. So fuck you.
I'm not gonna lie. I get mad all the time. I do understand it to a particular, like, I understand because it's like, okay, maybe we're new, maybe we're just not what you feel like. But then if I do see them associated with shit that's like less than ours, and I'm like, my shit's better than that. Are you fucking kidding me? Then I do get even more irritated. I get irritated because I'm like, and she understands that. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be like, fuck them. I say that automatically. I'm like, they're gonna be begging. And I tell you that all the time. And I get turned on by it because I'll be like, okay, say less. I do get like that. Mm-hmm. But the only reason why I don't like getting like that because I get arrogant and I try not to become not humble. Right? So it does irritate me because now you're making me act up. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Now you're dissing
From
me.
Humble to,
that's, like, how I feel, right? Now you're dissing me. Now you're not putting respect on my name. Like, what are you trying to say? Like, this is something that is can go on. Like, don't act like, don't diss. This is something that's technically, like, let's not act like girls, there's been but never been done before. Like, you know what I mean? Like, to this in our city. I'm not saying not in the States, not in this, but don't act like it's been done. This hasn't been done, like, to this capacity or what we're trying to do or even the goal we're going to, or, like, come on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we are the next, like, lip service. We are the next drink. We are the next one in the city in regards of all of those, if we really want combined, putting our city on together, a podcast or a web show or whatever the case is, web series, whatever the fuck you want to call it. So I do get upset, and I do like it because it makes me want to go harder. But I don't deal with it well, as you can see, because I'm not someone that is at peace with it.
And honestly,
like, I don't deal with rejection well.
Honestly, it makes me feel bad. Sometimes I get like that too, and then I'm like, people are so stupid. Like, if you knew what it takes to put this together, like, to put this whole production together, if they knew what it took, right? It wouldn't, like, okay, this is the thing.
I'm not trying to take you out, but other than that too, because even T.I. said this, I'm sorry, say that you don't even make money. Let's just even put that up front there too. You're even making money. This is straight up investing out of your own
this
pocket.
This is not trying to be a celebrity
type of
this
shit.
Is not like, this is literally, this is it. Canada, Toronto does not have an industry. We like Tory Lanez, Drake, The Weeknd, Jessie Reyez.
Even UK
Justin
has
Bieber.
podcasts that like Jamaican artists and people are going to, and like
they have Smash and
like
Pass
this and
like,
this things that people are associating with.
Toronto.
We need something,
and we don't support each other. So, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to show everybody that, yo, there's people that she supports, and we said this on previous episodes, that I don't fuck with.
And it's not only going to be Toronto. I'm sorry.
To me, it doesn't matter.
We're going to places.
Sometimes she's like, yo, I'm going to buy this from this person. I'm like, okay. She's like, I'm going to get you this too.
We're going
like,
places.
Okay. And I don't care if I don't like the person. Let's support it. Because here's the thing. If we all work together, our city is like, when people talk about Canada, they talk about Toronto. They talk about Edmonton. They talk about Toronto. They talk about Vancouver. Those are 3 places, and Toronto's always at the top. So put some fucking respect on our name.
Listen, I know we're going places. Like, I'm talking about we're going to be interviewing UK artists. This is not just it, right? So what they're just seeing is this, and like, right, this is not where we're going all over. You know what I'm saying? Just like how I see UK podcasters, girls having our Jamaican artists on it and rehearsing their lyrics and just laughing and having conversation with them and on their radio. And like, that's the shit we're doing, right? And then we're putting a platform so people can have a voice and conversation piece and just see how artists and different entrepreneurs think and speak. And like, it's just something that's never been done. And I know that for a fact, regardless of anything, like name it. Show me something like this that's gritty, that actually shows like real Toronto girls and real, like how they talk, how they think, how like, I'm sorry, there's so much more I can say.
And we are
still filtering shit. That's the fucking point. I'm still fucking filtering shit.
To be nice.
So this is the fucking point, because I know they're like, I'm a fucking ticking time bomb. So the thing is, it's like, I just feel like, you know, some respect needs to be done, but I get that we have to put in some time and the duration will happen. So I respect that, and I understand that people are not going to see you just now, even though you can see yourself, but I don't take it well. I will be at peace with it, and I'll be a good one. But
yeah, and you know what? That, just to wrap it all up, because that's a really good end question to end this off with. And I want to say that I do get aggressive when I think about how people don't really want to fuck with us, or like,
but I understand it.
We are the underdog, so I get it. And all I can say is that we're coming.
100%.
We're coming for the top
all of them.
spot.
We're gonna have interviews with Tory Lanez. I'm naming people. I'm putting that in the universe. Northside. Everyone that people think we couldn't think of. Drake. Remember, I tell you this. I say this to come back. You'll be surprised. Come back. I've even seen podcasts be like, yo, we came back. We did an interview 2008, and then we've come back, and like, I'm not asking you. Life is a full circle. Don't fucking play with me. So we'll come back and we'll be doing this and that. You remember when Drake was talking about, he showed his little Rolls Royce that he used to pay and teeth and didn't have the money for it. Now he's really pushing it. Life, and he speak things into manifestation. I can say that. Life will come full circle. They will fuck with us and they'll love us. And truth be told.
Truth be told, it's your girl Lo
and your girl O.
Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Ding. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Shoptrvth.com. BD's Distillers. It's in your local LCBO. Come back to another episode of Truth Be Told.